the car will have to do is Hampus takes down Rollin. That opens up Catwalk. Spawn one at CT, spawn one at middle. Rollin says enough of that. Let's just get the bomb down, boys. Everyone else can deal with the kills, and that's what they'll do. So we go 15-11.
Definitely do. Red Reserve, an absolute nuisance for KINGUIN. We'll try and reciprocate. He does get one kill with the CZ. Didn't quite grab the AK. There we go. He's got an M4, an AK and a Molotov. He takes him down though. There we go. 4 now. I can't believe this is happening. Will they go for a double upset to close it out, KINGUIN? It should have been over about 10 minutes ago. They'll take a timeout at this point just to make sure they have the perfect setup. What's the play? They won't be too worried just yet. They still have quite the buffer and guaranteed overtime. But do they buy? I guess they're all hovering around over 5k. It's just the buy they'd be going for. They go for double orb setup perhaps. Maybe a triple. That seems to be a thing here.
Ooh, baby, a triple.
I don't think we'll see it. Double orb setup will come out. Maniz, Rallen, 3 M4s. Diffuse kits there. But Twist starting to come online now. Well, I guess not really. He's on 12 kills. He's got the orb though. He's run on the scout, excuse me, almost every single round. Now he has the AWP. Rallen not looking to challenge him just yet. It's injury thrown. So a bit of early utility baited out by Hampus there. Flashbang push the CT back. Tries to go for the jump shot. Damage. Well, significant damage inflicted. Rallen did take a few bullets through the doors there. Drops the smoke to stop them coming through, and he might reposition at this point.
Rallen holding.
Granate incoming.
Well, there was indeed a grenade incoming, but it was a Molotov. It was a good try, James.
Flashbang deployed. No frags just yet. You can see how tentative the CTs are. They don't want to give anything up here, and this is where things can go a bit wrong. Taz isolating the pit, smokes all around him, and he will go down. You can see how effective that double smoke can be on the corner. So Red Reserve have got some setups. That's a very classic Dust 2 take on the T side. Just need to know those 2 basic smokes, and you can make it happen as they completely dissect the A sides here. We've still got a few more rounds to go, man, it seems, as Mouse will fight back, but they don't really have any utility to even attempt this retake. But do they have the firepower? The bomb has made its way across. Pretty much unscathed. It'll be Twist going for the long plan here. Means their player can hold the pits, watch the bomb, and have a huge advantage over the ensuing CTs. They're going to save the AWP and the M4.
So that's the call. 15-12. You're absolutely right in saying that we're going to get a few more rounds here. It's now going to be 6 in a row. So the max loss bonus continues on, but at CT side, I mentioned that it's so difficult. Drop and you basically get a gun round though. Reitz and Maniz, not so much. Taz at 450 getting 3,400 with a drop. Will be, okay, that's out the window with that kill almost. That alone. And they're still all over Mouse, so forget it. Good finds. Those are absolutely justifiable. From the Red reverse. Well, it is going to be a reverse in some ways if they pull this back. But Red Reserve, as they have so much money left over, I won't say in reserve, Henry.
Yes, okay. Maximum loss bonus for the CTs. It will be CZs, PD50s, and a chance now for Red Reserve to actually take this to overtime. An actual significant chance, as we'll see. We'll see. What's he done? All right, so Matt, just to a context, Matt has spilled an entire cup of coffee all over the casting desk. If we get a chance to bring it up on camera, you can see him floundering, looking like an absolute prat. Yeah, well, we're going to make sure he's out of the room right now getting tissue. We're going to get him on camera if we can. Anyway, it's going to be pistols here. And I'm just going to move out of the way of the coffee, starting to seep over to my lap. This is absolutely brilliant. Okay. Right. Let's mute him. And we'll see what's going on. Hampus looking to get them one step closer to overtime here. It will be Reitz and Taz to defend. As the kills come through, that'll be a guaranteed round, so we'll see what's going on here. Matt, everything okay?
I think so.
Don't worry, I didn't talk about that.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. We'll get things sorted out. Nothing's broke. I am a pleb. I'm sorry, James. Don't invoice me. Mouse is going to at least get the shot toward
That
Hampus.
tiny bit of tissue you've got is not going to...
It's all I could... Oh, my phone's just sitting in it. Oh, no. I've spilled
Plonker.
coffee everywhere. In case anyone's wondering what's going on, my phone was just sitting in it for like 10 minutes.
And the wallet in there.
Whatever. There's no money in there anyway.
Here she
So
comes.
it's 13 rounds now for Red Reserve as we'll get serious Henry.
What an
We've been bailed
absolute
out.
disaster this has been for KINGUIN and
Bit of a
Sadicus.
calamity.
What is going on here? There's so much coffee. How much, like a pint of coffee you had?
I don't know.
You brought 2 sheets of tissue paper to clean it
I
up.
tried. I ran to the bathroom and they're all I'm sorry, everyone. All right, James.
This is what's good. These are the scenes right now, guys. You can see there's you can't.
So I ran to the bathroom and they're all about the Dyson Airblades here. They don't have the napkins. So thank you,
Oh,
Amelia.
it went on your jeans as well.
Oh, they're my work jeans. It's fine.
Okay. Well, luckily that happened. If it was going to happen, it was at the best possible time
Worst
because it was
time.
just pistols, I guess. So it's fine. We made it. We're back into the gun rounds here, and we'll do whatever we can to keep this ship on course.
Yes, you take the wheel,
We've
Captain.
actually got a 30. I didn't think this would be possible. I think I joked about half an hour ago saying imagine this goes to overtime. It should descend very quickly. It actually might happen now. Ryland's been tagged up. And we will see a decent Molotov. Reach will have to fall back. They've got little to no utility at this point. CT's on the double orb setup, trying to retake short here. Oh, Reed just eats the grenade though. 2 players tagged up now. Red Reserve, how have they pulled this one back? They were 15-6 down.
Well, if they can get this to overtime, they give themselves a chance, potentially, to wrap this up in 2 maps.
Oh no, could be happening here. 3-on-3. The bomb's going towards B though. Okay, this is an audacious play because the CTs have not taken the bait. It's an A-sided attack. They've got Ryland there with the orb. They're comfortable for him to hold it, but it is Taz in the B site. He could jump up and find himself in a lot of trouble here. Oh, missed the initial shot, and he might be punished for it. 20 HP, he needs at least 1 here. His teammate will back him up. And all sorts of dicey. Taz still low, and that's going to be round again, 15-14.
Wow, Roland's still removed. This is KINGUIN. Call a timeout, sit down, talk about it, take all the time you need because this is just an absolute catastrophe. Falling apart in this, the graphic is perfect right now. It shows everything. You hit 15 rounds when it was 6 against you. It was 15-6. This will now be the 8th round in a row, and it'll put them on round 14. How many cracks do you need at it?
Well, if they lose 2-0 now, on their map pick, on a map Red Reserve,
meltdown.
have never ever played officially, and you had a 15-6 lead and you lost, you got no one to blame but you, yourself. But, Matt, these comebacks, I've casted with you
Many
thousands of hours of CS. And we've seen these kind of comebacks before, and just to normally waste our time, it will get to this point, and then they'll win in the last possible round. That's what normally happens. It's very rare for these comebacks to go in and actually make it to overtime for the reasons I stated before. The exact same reason KINGUIN can't cross the finish line, some mentality shift, and they realize that they can't cross the line, people are dropping off, and they're losing their money. Water Sniper's coming out 5 of them. Oh my god, this is ambitious. Actually tagged up Ryland. Hoping he gets something out of it. I really hyped them up. They got a kill there at the start. Presumably got AKs on the floor. But for the same reason, yes, so you could lose 16-14 here because they change things up. They start thinking, wow, we've actually almost done this.
Disco's going to keep his auto sniper. I would have thought they all had AKs on the ground, but okay, fair enough.
He does, I think.
Okay, yeah, he's still in spawn, so there's a chance there's still one there. I can't fly around myself, but smoke down on the Xbox at Cat. That allows people to slide up more effectively if anyone's in mid trying to spot them. I like that open shutter, by the way. I meant to talk about that yesterday.
Yes,
I
so when he
do
bounces
enjoy
flashes
that.
off.
Well, flashes or nades in that case, but flashes, yes, more effectively. Around the corner, doesn't catch them. That's a little ambitious considering you've done so well to bring it to this point. Why force the issue now?
It's happening. I told you, Matt. 16-14 looks to be the scoreline here. We'll take a huge comeback now from Red Reserve in the 5-on-3. Luckily, Rallen has exposed himself, but he hits the shot regardless. It looks like we've gone the absolute maximum distance here. No comeback in sight. It will take this skill to actually work out. Maybe I spoke too soon. I didn't think there was a chance. I thought a trade was absolutely happening. It's up to Freddie B now. Could they do this, take us to overtime? It will be one of the biggest comebacks this year. 15-6 down, and Freddie B hits a shot. Could be on. He does hit it, but needs to get them.
Oh, I thought they were going to line that up.
He knows both of them are there, though. He got the call. Disco Doppler needs to hit this first shot, then they're both low.
Ball planted. He's got it.
We
and
can
the
do
low
this.
HP on Reeds. He lines it up. It takes one bullet. Disco Doppler completes it. They nearly threw it away. And Taz, oh no, nightmare for Taz.
He's not going mad, at least.
He's composed enough when he's at the desk, but you know internally he's burning.
That's insane. That round was over, in my opinion. They got the first 2 kills again. And Disco Doppler, as soon as he got the intel, though, from his teammate, they were both tunnel. He knew he had that. Good positioning, calm.
Not even a reaction.
This could still be a 2-0. We could save the evening here. They could win this in overtime.
Does that mean we can still go out for dinner, Henry?
Well, in London, you can go out any hour of any day.
We had,
oh, you mean specifically?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe tomorrow, give you a rain check.
Okay, all right, cool.
Got a lot of people to see, a lot of things to do, you know.
Hey, was it raining today? It was supposed to rain today.
No, just muggy as usual, just cloudy and hot.
Right, yeah. It's because you're a mug.
Yeah,
Is
you know what that one
like
means?
A chav?
No, that's another thing. Mug is like a muppet, or someone who's like someone who's like, it's difficult to really describe. I call a lot of people mug as well. Someone that you would say is not very fortunate, lets himself get walked over.
DDK, are you a mug?
No, he's not a mug. He's a good guy. Oh, wait, you're trying to do that thing. They're not ready all the time, I don't think. I think they have to pull something up.
He told me they were ready. DDK?
Deep with the Deke.
Deep with the what?
Deke? Is that like a hockey thing? I've heard that before.
Deke is a hockey. It's like doing a maneuver.
Yeah.
You can win 100% of rounds in Counter-Strike by being the better team.
I'm not sure if Dan approved of these. I think he's going to get maybe a little bit annoyed at the end of the thing. He really is going to become the laughing stock of the European
I thought he said something else that rhymes with sort of, doesn't really rhyme, but sounds like Deke. Hampus takes down Taz. A good start again for Red Reserve, who continue to have their success on the T side. Twist from Rollin, but Mazzino's got other plans. He's still inside of the B site, and no one coming from tunnels means no one can pinch him in, but that doesn't matter if Twist is as quick as that as he walks through with no op shot in the face. And Reitz and Maniz, all that remain for KINGUIN in this overtime, which is a 10K overtime. The reason we mention that is because Dust 2, and that's where it has the biggest effect.
Well, it will be Red Reserve to pick up at least the first round. Mate, this is insane. We just need to reiterate this one more time. Anyone who maybe just saw the hype on Twitter, stuff like that, and you're joining in, well, this just looks like a normal game. It's overtime. It's the first round. Red Reserve were down 15-6, and they came back and brought it to overtime on KINGUIN's map pick. And just for context, they've never played Dust 2 officially as Red Reserve. It's never happened. So this squad obviously practiced it. They're well versed on the T side, but still, this is quite an epic storyline. If this is the way KINGUIN crash out of the minor here, 2-0 after having a 15-6 lead on their map pick, I'd be worried who's hanging out with Taz tonight. It could all kick off. Could be arguments.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, you and him. You've repaired everything, right?
We've had our ups and downs. And
Yeah,
been a
that's the way
rocky
it is,
relationship. But we're still gonna move in together.
I saw him earlier. He gave me a nod of the head. Wasn't the friendliest hello, but
He's intimidating like that, isn't he?
Wouldn't smile. I tried to be nice.
He enjoys the intimidation, I think. Reitz is not intimidating, but initiative. As he'll head out from Catwalk and try and snip in behind yet again from the tees. He might get caught himself by Freddy, but Freddy's got other plans. He's going to go back through doorway. We've seen this before. We've seen this exact occurrence before. Freddy lurked late. They ended up winning the round after the fact that Reitz was on an MP9 at the time, went long. So it's perfect copy. Difference is the weapons are a little bit stronger this time for KINGUIN. And he shows us exactly that by getting Broland down with the AWP. Disco, Hampus, and Freddy all able to be successful in their attempts. Reitz, meanwhile, wants to try and do it again toward the pit. Now snap back, that's pretty good. Hampus and Twist at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, he can't do much about his low HP. He got a smoke. He could have smoked the bomb and somehow cross over, but Doppler surely got him. 2-0. And it will be 17-15 now. We'll see whether Red Reserve can find the clean sweep. Remember, on the CT side, like Matt said, in the major, it's different to other tournaments. Normally you have 16 KMR3. Money's not supposed to be a factor. In the major rule set, if you're on the CT side, you go down 2-0. You do have 3 players, make it 4, who are severely limited. We've got 1 AWPer in the form of Miniz here. The auto snipers come out once again. No kill found as they cross over towards B. That's Mouse with the MP7. Hampus knows the money's low, and he's trying to help himself towards a kill in middle. He certainly picks it up, but still a round in contention as Reitz will find one back, but doesn't recover the rifle, but Ralin does.
Twist top of mid, can't get the shot through the double doors. Despite his best efforts, Miniz does do better off to find one, and this would be KINGUIN's first round since it was 15-6. First round in 12. Since they had a chance to close it out that many times. That's the shocking state of where we are right now.
Man advantage. Red Reserve looking for that 3-0. Remember, their CT side is weak as well. We know that. They want the 3-0. They've come back from bigger deficits than this before. 4 on 3. And there's only 1 AK, 1 AWP. You're right for 2 SMGs. Mouse is low. Smoke. Flashbangs towards CT spawn. You see that secondary smoke lands on top of the CT box. Ralin, that's a one and done position if ever I've seen one. There's the one. It gets 2. More than he was worth, and that should be the round. Twist of the AWP. Can do nothing about it. Turns out to be the perfect position and will be the first round. And how many for
I just said it
KINGUIN?
now. It's slipped my mind. 13, I think.
First round of 13 on their CT side. They pick up a round. Okay. Well, there we go.
Incredible.
What is going on?
Incredible. Sorry, first round in 13.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I said, oh, did I say 13? I thought I said 15. Sorry. I'm
A mug.
well, I wish I had a mug because this cup didn't work, did
That's
it?
true. To be fair, that was a sealed cup of coffee. You did well.
I picked it up and the top just exploded off it, and then it just slipped out of my hands because it was like contorted weirdly.
I guess, yeah, as soon as the hot coffee touches your hands, your instincts to drop it, and all goes wrong.
Yeah. Now it's all over my jeans.
Yeah, it was going into the wiring to the desk and all
That's
the little
what,
holes
that is,
and stuff.
to be fair, I normally would just cast through it and contain it,
Yeah.
but I ran because I was like, that's getting all over the wires.
Yeah, it's
We're
dripping
in
down.
trouble. All right, enough of that. We're in overtime. And it's Red Reserve that have the advantage. A 17-16 scoreline. They were not that effective on their CT side. However, when it was, not to talk about 15-6, when it was 10-2, they pulled the half back late and got to 10-5 in general. So they've had 2 sort of instances where they've changed the momentum in this game. We'll see if finally they can use all of the knowledge and adaptation they've created throughout and close it. Needing 2 rounds to do so. KINGUIN needing 3. Taz will take the helm. Miniz, he'll be the first mate. You can be the first mug, Henry.
I'd love to be.
Let's flash down towards CT. Twist. Can't do anything of it. And Taz opens and exploits from middle brilliantly because Freddy gets caught off. Good shot by Hampus. Knows that there's going to be pressure from B tunnels, but he's got problems because they're still heading to the doorway. I thought he was going to nail that. Reitz does instead. We might have another tie game at 17-17.
Good approach. Remember, money is a factor. We'll see whether they can do anything with this 3-on-2. I don't think they can. Taz got such a good position, but Brolan takes care of that. Now it is a 2-on-2. This is still possible. It's coming up to the halfway point. They'll have to get their skates on, but with one flashbang and Molotov at the window, a smoke at the door, they have to go pretty much now. They found a Molotov. Bomb going at considerable pace. There's the Molotov flashing for Twist. He has to step up here. He'll go through the flashed AWPer at the back, but he has spotted one of the doors. Surely he gets, I thought, the information there. He'll falls apart now. The AWP's at the back, but the time has expired.
Has it? No, just barely. I think he's going to get this one away. It's gone. It's gone to KINGUIN. So close yet so far. Good effort from Twist. 17-17. Red Reserve, remember, having the lead in this overtime, could close the series in winning this map. That seems perhaps too far out of reach. Is their CT side going to struggle again? Watch to see if we get back toward KINGUIN sending Ralin to Catwalk. That time it was Taz that started it off brilliantly as well by dropping into CT. Rollins not going to be heading that direction at all because he's got an AWP. An AWP that fires to the doors. Falls upon deaf ears.
17-17. Red Reserve. They looked weak on their CT side in regulation, couldn't get anything going at all, apart from 5 rounds, 3 of which were at the very tail end of the half, when KINGUIN took their foot off the gas. Here we are in overtime. KINGUIN stabilized now. First map, however long ago it was, went in favor of Red Reserve. That was Cash. Feels it's about 3 hours ago at this point. Now we're in overtime with Dust 2. Red Reserve could close it out 2-0. We could go to a third. Disco Doppelin hits the shot but can't find the kill. You can see the CTs now, Matt, just as a note, they're not buying helmets because they need to save that extra cash. However little amount it is, $350, it will be something. It might be the difference between them getting a FAMAS or an M4. So minutes will be hit up first.
So Taz smokes Molotovs and everything thrown toward Twist. Forces the AWP into a slightly different angle. He'll flash to buy himself some space. No boosts. Nothing fancy from the tees. Good shot, Disco. Double hop to hold off the A side. Taz gets one in return, but bomb now dropped as Twist was waiting for it. Reitz has been so impressive throughout the second half of this game. Maniz, more importantly, though, gets Twist down. Look at the HP. 10 and 22 as the bomb is planted.
But they have got an AWP, and it will be act like a turret now on the A ramp. Hampus coming around towards long. HP suddenly a factor, but if Maniz can beat them with fast shots, it might not matter. 2 versus 1. Now he still has a fighting chance here, but he is exposed in the open. It's an off angle, though. He'll hold up, looking towards short, hoping they don't pincer him at the same time. The CTs want to make sure they go in at exactly the same point. If he fires one shot off, there it is, he's dead. And that's going to be the round for Red Reserve. They get to map and indeed match point here first. KINGUIN looking down the barrel of a quick exit here at the mine after losing their first game to... Was that Sprout, the first one? It's all
Sprout,
kind of
yeah. Sprite,
alluding into
I
one
like to
thing
call
now. Yeah, so they lost to Sprout on Nuke. They lost the first map here. Their map pick, 15-6 up. You'd think that's a lock-in. It's over. We're going to a third. They crash out in this manner. Oh, goodness gracious, what an absolutely horrific and horrifying result that will be.
Yeah, the fact that it was 10-2, 15-6 map that they never played, that is about as bad as it gets when you really break it down that way, doesn't it?
It's got to crush morale. Tactical pause. Oh. I don't think Taz can hear. It's going to just frustrate him even more. So they can't hit their coach, but it looks like we might have to take a technical here. Oh, he just looks even more angry.
He's an intimidating beast. I imagine he'll want to get the heck out of London. Twickenham is not far from Heathrow.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah, it's
about the quickest drive I've ever had to the airport.
It's like, what, 20 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, the GPS in the Addison Lee cab that I had took us like a circle. We went through all these back roads. Even he was like, "This doesn't seem right."
Well, he's like,
if
he's a taxi driver. Why is he? If he's a London taxi driver, why does he need sat nav for Twickenham to Heathrow anyway?
I don't know. He did. I mean, it's a bit. I would need it. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's been here 36 years. He's from Nigeria. He should know his way. I get your point. That said, he pulled out a second cell phone, which then took us down more back roads.
Fair enough.
So.
We're looking for double overtime for KINGUIN. A 2-map finish for Red Reserve. Twist anticipates a player crossing over. He was correct. It's going to be the timing try and Hampus. Once again, Red Reserve get the opening shot connecting, but it's not finding the frags, and that could have been enough to win the round there. Opening pick, apply the pressure, but Ryland's still alive and kicking. 28 frags to his name. Hampus holds a more defensive line, waits for the flashbang, can't hit the shot. Double overtime on the cards now as they make their way towards A. It will be a finish up there. It's only Brolan who can stop them. I don't think they're going to do much about it. What a shot that is. Throws a flashbang in the air, wants to try and cross over towards the side, but he might have costed himself his life. My God, that's the bomb going down. Does it drop down? Not quite. It's still there on short, but Brolan's done such an amazing job here. Flashbangs just raining in from the CTs, but that's going to be him dealt with. Not clear who's going to be winning the round here. The boost might cost him here. Player from short as well. Watch out, Freddie B. Flash comes through, and bomb not picked up. Mouse.
Yeah, Twist is behind it now, too. Mouse didn't get it, and Twist is slipping in. This is massive, because that bomb's not picked up. There's 2 on the site. What are they getting up to? Because no one's peeking. They're not sure where everyone else is. Twist missed, but Freddy's got it. This is done. Red Reserve are going to pull back. Surely the most incredible scoreline at both 10-2 and 15-6. Take it to overtime and win it out 2-0 in the series to knock out Taz and Rowan, players that not only one of them has won a major, but another has been to many. So Red Reserve looking impressive, and they rebook a date with NIP.
That has got to be the most insane result we've had in any of the minors so far. That was absolutely insane. I want to see the kind of body language here. They still look like they're good sports and accepting it. It does happen in Counter-Strike from time to time, even with the biggest losses can